But I'd love for you to talk about what was on your mind when you reached out to Best Upon Request so long ago.
There's probably so many things I could say, but I'd heard about Best Upon Request, um, and it was 2017, and I'd stepped into my role at the beginning of 2016, interim in the middle of 2015, full time in 2016, and I think culture is such an important part, and I believe cultures will either happen just spontaneously, the culture will develop, or you can try to proactively try to help develop a culture. And so we actually had a retreat in 2017 where I brought the leadership of the group together, and we asked basically a question: is what do we want St. Elizabeth physicians to be known for? When you are recruiting a new partner, what are you going to be proud to tell them about St. Elizabeth physicians? When you talk to your colleagues in the hospital, why should you be proud to be a part of this group? We shouldn't be just an employment arm. And part of the issue that I struggle with today with our physician group, and I can't imagine that others are that dissimilar, is trying to get our physicians to understand that they are, but they're not employees of St. Elizabeth physicians. They are St. Elizabeth physicians. They are St. Elizabeth Healthcare. Without a strong physician group or strong medical staff, you don't have a healthcare system. And so it's always interesting when they question, well, what's the health system done for me lately? I always say, but you are it. And without you, nothing else occurs. So that's been an interesting part. But we had that retreat, and we said, what do we want to be known for? And I attribute a lot of this to my physician leaders in the group, or our physician leaders in the group, and a couple of them in particular. But one of them, who runs our surgical division, said, I like, we're trying to come up with a tagline. We had our mission, we had our vision, and we had this sense that the group had really been built, and this isn't meant to be a bad thing, that the patients are at the center of everything we do. And the docs sort of said, you've forgotten about us. What about us? It can't all be about the patient. Yeah, we want to take care of those patients, but what are you doing to care for us? And so we developed a tagline, greatly driven by Dr. Murley at the time. And I'm looking up at the wall because it hangs on my wall here, and it says, caring for our patients, caring for each other. Mm. And so we came out of that and said, really embrace that concept of the quadruple aim, that fourth component of it, and how are we going to take care of our physicians and providers, and all of our caregivers, and we all are caregivers. And we started changing how we did things, and be it from how we held meetings to just any number of things. And out of that came our decision to speak to you all about Best Upon Request. It was just one arrow in the quiver, but how do we make sure our physicians and providers know they're valued, that their time is not only important to them, but important to us? Their longevity with our group is very important. We don't recruit them to come in and be frustrated and leave in 2 to 3 years. I tell folks when I interview them, it's my every expectation that you will be here the next 25 or 30 years. So let's make sure we're doing this correctly. And so I think that's really what drove us to give you all a call and say, can you all play a part in this?